I see the governor put his sound bites out there. I see Senator Berger, President. I heard you guys. You're certainly partisan when you need to be. So what dynamic should we expect between Republicans and a Democrat?
Well, I still think Governor Cooper's trying to get his landing gear down, having been in the party of power for such a long time. It's a different dynamic for him. I understand some of the issues that he has. We came right out of the chute with our partisanship. There was a lot of distrust in the December session. There's been a lot of distrust over the last couple of months, but I don't think a lot of the legislators really know him and really know what he's about, and we just need to find those areas such as economic development that we can agree with and we can get something done for the state.
On that one-on-one level, how do governors treat you? Could you pick up the phone and call the governor? Can you walk over and have a cup of coffee with whether it's McCrory or Cooper? Is that the way it works? Are you that close, or is it strictly a business relationship and you get treated like any other North Carolinian who goes knocking on the governor's door?
Well, Governor Cooper and I have something in common in that I spent some time in Spring Hope, which is 9 miles away from his hometown, knew of his dad, knew of his mom teaching school, his favorite cousin, she and I went to high school together, knew a lot about Governor Cooper before I met him, kind of surprised him, I guess, when we met years ago at Wingate when he spoke at graduation, and then now in this role as senator and he as governor. But I think there are things that we can work out with Governor Cooper. It's just got to be. But we need to know each other. We need to be able to understand basically all you have in politics is your word. If you say you're going to do something, you need to do it. And once we can establish that trust level between Governor Cooper, Senator Berger, Speaker Moore, I think things will move along for North Carolinians. I don't think they want to see us fighting like they do in Washington and getting absolutely nothing done.
And I think in the past, working with the governors, is that, like I said, when there's an issue and you pick up the phone and say, Governor, we need to meet. I know Governor Perdue's first day on the job, we brought delegation from people back in the Piedmont over the I-85 bridge between over the Yadkin River between Davidson and Rowan County, people from both areas, but bipartisan group. And first day of the job, we worked on that. First day on the job that with Governor McCrory was the same thing. We brought in industry leaders, not just in the United States, but across the world, and met with a group of people about how do we expand North Carolina businesses and how do we attract. So I think anytime you pick up the phone and you want to call me, when I do, is I don't call them every day. I said when I've got something, it's something pretty big. So and it's paid off. And I think once you get past that, at the end of the day, everybody wants to do their best for North Carolina, and that's one thing you have to do is try to work through that and get over the partisanship or gamesmanship that sometimes happens in politics.
Well, there's some